Congratulations on this film.
Thank you.
Last time we spoke was at the wonderful Abbey Road. I don't know if you remember. We celebrated Pinocchio with Alexander.
That was a great day.
Oh, wasn't it great? What a luxury to have that opportunity.
I think it is. That to me is like attending a Paganini concert, right?
His enthusiasm for his craft is infectious, as is yours.
And it's very intimate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is both those stories, this one and Pinocchio. For you, there's a thread. There's kind of connective
it's
tissue.
Two sides of the same story. It's two, what I jokingly call is a prodigal father story. It's not the son that comes to the father, but the father that comes to the son and says, I now know what I did wrong, which doesn't happen in real life.
If only.
If only. We would all be much better adapted, you know, but, you know, both are born out of my dad and I and me and my kids. You know, they both have a little bit of regret, a little bit of daydreaming, you know, of saying, what if you listen to your kids? Yeah. Which is a big what if. I mean, you know, the tragedy of mankind is that we have not, in all those years of history, we have not raised a single generation right. Some people, yes, some people no, but this is how bad we are at being human.
We never learn.
We never learn. We never, I mean, when people talk about we should teach AI to fabricate emotions, teach your kids. Yeah. That's the best AI you have. Why don't you goddamn use it? Yeah.
When did you first fall in love with this story and these characters? Can you remember the moment?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I was 7, I saw the movie with James Whale, fell in love with Boris Karloff. When I was 11, I read the book, and I fell in love with Mary Shelley and the book, both. Yeah. You know, some people have crushes on Farrah Fawcett. I had a crush on Mary Shelley and the Brontes. I was like, if I had a time machine, I would party like it's 1999.
I love that so much.
Oh, I would say, hi, is Emily home? No. What about Charlotte?
Oh, that's so great. I have a great image in my head now of that.
I would bring flowers.
Yeah. The emotion in this film is extraordinary. I was not, you know, I kind of really tried to not read too much or know too much going into it, so I can really experience what you intended. And the emotion was incredible, particularly for the monster, who I don't see as a monster at all. You know, I see him as a child. I see him as a child kind of looking for connection.
That's what it is.
And love.
It's the creature.
The creature, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at some point or another in the book, he's called everything from demon to Adam. And I think he's Adam. I mean, really, if you watch carefully the process of creation and the moment it's created in, you know, basically it's a paradise lost. It's really the fall from grace, the unwanted moment of birth, you know. But I do think that the challenge for me was not to adapt in a sort of sheepish way, but to revive the emotional core of that book, which is, frankly, the story of the creature. And most people never get to that part or get to it in a way that I think allowed me to still make this movie relevant. For me, it's a he said, she said, you know, and that's beautiful in the book. And to see people weeping at the end of the movie for basically a narrative line that was invented by a teenager 200 years ago is really rewarding.
Did you know how you wanted the music to sit with this, you know, in terms of this wonderful collaboration that you've had over a number of films with Alexander? Did you know what that...
You know what happened? What happens with Alexander is really magical, because I have a whole notion of the movie, and then he says with the music, no, you're wrong. So let us go this other way. And he really, really is the only collaborator that makes me actually change course. Everybody else, you know, I kind of know where we're going, and we go half a block away, 2 doors down, but we never change. Alexander says, no, let's go to the other side of the city. And he tells me, you know, I wanted Baroque music. Yeah. And he said, you know, the tuning is too alien, It's very different from contemporary music. We got to tune the instruments differently. It's going to sound like an artifact. He says, give me a shot at opera. Because I said the sets are like opera sets.
Yeah.
And he said, well, give me a chance at making a huge symphony and a little duet. And he said, we have to get the most delicate violinist for the violin solo of the creature. And we hired this wonderful Nordic violinist that had a Stradivarius. And the solos of the creature are done by a real bona fide Stradivarius.
Wow. The emotion in that is
Yeah, and the way that instrument was directable, because is the theme when Victor shows him the sun for the first time you hear that solo. And I said, this is magical. And she played one way. And then at the end I said, no, this is acceptance. And she played a different way. And everybody in the recording room, we were looking at each other going, what is happening here? She was like an actor.
Wow. That's amazing for someone who's told us as many stories as you have, to still be surprised
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I mean, I'm really grateful every day. This sounds like a line. It isn't. First of all, I'm grateful for the free food. The free drinks. I'm
the trips to Edinburgh.
Free trips to Edinburgh. That is a nibs for everyone. Haggis. No, I really am, because I have found a profession that allows me to play with other deranged kids in a way that makes sense somehow as a business. So, I get to listen to Alexander Desplat play. I get to see Kate Hawley design the wardrobes. I get to see miniatures blowing apart. This is a master plan from a 10-year-old.
Living the dream.
Can I blow up a miniature, Mom? We don't have the money, child. Oh. Can I blow up the tower? Sure. Yeah, it's great.
It was so important to you to have these sets. Physical, living and breathing in a way.
A full-size ship on motors to rock it. So when Jacob pushes the ship, he's pushing the ship.
Wow.
He's not pushing a digital piece of green foam.
Yeah.
He's pushing the ship.
Well, it's because all the other supportive cast can react to that genuinely, can't they? That's the thing, is they're feeling it, so we get to feel it.
And you get the physics, you get the real interaction. Like when we did Nightmare Alley, I remember we built the carnival in a real field because we noticed that the wind made the tents breathe. And if we shot it inside of a studio, you would have just the tents like that.
Yeah.
And they felt like giant hearts. And I said, we're shooting this in the real place,
I loved as well hearing you talk about Oscar's character, and you wanted him to be more rock star than scientist.
Yeah.
I love that kind of that sort of approach to him.
And the wardrobe is designed to look like a Bohemian Soho 1968, where you would see the Stones cross the street with flare pants and high heels in the woods, and the sideways fedora,
Yeah.
and the frills, and and the romantic crushed velvet, So he is dressed like that. He's dressed like Keith Richards or Mick Jagger, or and he behaved like that.
Yeah, I was going to say not just the costume, but the whole personality.
The way he
has got
presents, the way he talks, the arrogance, the seductiveness.
Yeah. Almost the kind of like the arrogance to how she's going to feel about him as well, and it's kind of like
she must feel like that.
Yeah.
Why don't you?
Yeah.
Why not me? Yes.
Yeah, that's almost like his biggest regret, isn't it?
Yeah,
That she doesn't reciprocate that kind of feeling that he has for her.
Well, and she likes his son. Why? Why not me? It's like Julio Iglesias resenting Enrique Iglesias. Hey, you're getting a lot more action than me. So remember that. This Frankenstein includes Julio Iglesias.
Oh my God, that's the best thing ever.
That is a Nibs and Julio Iglesias in the same conversation. How can we top that?
This is like crazy. This is the best day ever. What do you want people to take away from this? Because I love, I remember going to see in a little theatre in St Andrews called the Bar Theatre. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein when I
Yeah.
was at school. And I think that what's wonderful is the interpretations that these characters have had over time.
Yeah.
But this feels, there were certain elements that were incredibly important for you to either readdress or focus on. And I think people will be really moved by the choices that you've made. But I always wondered what you want people to come away with.
You know, the importance of forgiveness and acceptance, which I think that is a good thing to do. I mean, and we are in a world where that is so fast, and what people call information is really emotion.
Yeah.
They say, oh, we process a lot of information through the net. No, we process emotion, and we don't. I think we are deranged. I don't think we're gonna get deranged. I don't think we are fully deranged. We are a ship full of fools and madmen heading for the cataracts. So the only way we can avoid that horrible moment where we go, hey, you know, is if we start regarding each other.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not that the movies do that. I mean, Steve Soderbergh said once, if the entire canon of Shakespeare hasn't made humanity one iota better, what am I troubling myself with, right? Well, the answer is you still have to warn
Yeah.
in any way you can the urgency of emotion and the urgency of feeling in a time where actually that is the new punk. People are afraid of emotion. People scorn, and it is much easier to be ironic,
Yeah.
to be detached, and to be cool than to be human. So, you know, that's what I
honest.
think I hope people take.
Oh, Guillermo, it was so lovely to chat to you.
Hey, same here.
Thank you so much.
So happy to see you
great, yeah.
again.